John. I got him right here. I actually had 2 of these. I just gave one to his son. I got him right here. And it's like 15 of us got this on our hands right here, tattooed, you know what I'm saying? I got him right here. You know what I'm saying? That's his real name. And I also got him over here. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, man, my boy, he was well respected. And, like I said, if it weren't for him, man, I probably wouldn't even be here. Along with that, what happened. But he was well respected. And he was like, John, this is what I be trying to tell people, like, we Haitian, you know what I'm saying? We knew he was the one with the brains. Hey, yo, what's happening, man? It's your boy, Papa Duck. You already know what time it is. And right now, you watching A Humble Soul, featuring me on this podcast. Don't you go nowhere.
So let's get into it, man.
Let's go.
Humble Soul, man. Back again. We checking in another exclusive.
Facts.
State to state with it. We broadcasting live from Orlando, Florida right now.
Facts.
Got Papa Duck in front of the camera, man. What's going on with you, bro?
What's happening, man? Living. You know what I'm saying? Still breathing, man. Like I said, as long as I'm breathing, I can handle the rest.
No, for sure.
No
for
issues.
Sure. Man, I know you a product of Bill Glade, you know.
Yeah.
Orlando, that's a couple of hours away. What, like 2.5, 3 hours away from Bill?
Like 2.5, close to 3 hours, yeah.
So why come this direction versus Miami? Because that's a lot closer. And you being an artist, that's the core.
Right.
It seems like the entertainment industry probably will pop off easier there. But what brought you to Orlando, dog?
Basically, man, this is a story. I've told this story maybe twice. Basically, me and my baby mama, right? She had me. I'm in love. We going through it. You know what I'm saying? And I just had to leave. You know what I'm saying? At that time, it sounded like the worst thing in the world, but it actually turned out to be the best thing. So the main reason I ended up in Orlando because of my baby mama. We got into it. I just had to get away. And when I left, I just put it all in the music. And we joke about it to this day. But if it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't even be here.
Hold on. So, but what's the route though? You just wanted to pick up and try a different city, or did you have ties to Orlando prior to that?
Nah, I just had to get away from her. You know what I'm saying? When you're from a small city, man, it's different. Like Orlando, you see people every day you don't know. But when you at the crib, everybody you see, you know. It's a difference. So if your baby mama, whoever you dealing with, deal with anybody, it hits different than somebody you don't know. Like if I don't know you, I don't know nothing. But I know you. Like I went to school with you, boy. I went to school with your brother. Like it hit different. So with that being said, that was the main reason I ended up in Orlando. I was already doing music. But that pain like pivoted me to be in the position I'm in today. That was the biggest, to me, that was like one of the biggest things that needed to happen. Because if it weren't for that, I probably would have never left. You know what I'm saying? And thanks to John too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I want to ask you about him as well.
Yeah.
Not to cut you off. So how long have you been around? How long have you been in Orlando?
Orlando, about going on 17 years. A lot of people don't know that, but I pop out here and there. I moved to Atlanta for a little bit, but I still had my spot here. But here, I've been here like 17 years.
17 years. If you don't mind me asking, what went left with the relationship with your baby moms?
Oh, well, left. Like I say, man, you're in a small city, you know everybody, and the person she went dealing with was somebody who I knew and was on the same block as me. Actually stayed right like 2 buildings down from me. And it's not to like put her out there like that. We were still young. But like I say, when somebody dealing with somebody you know, it hit different. Had it been somebody I don't know, it hit different. So with that being said and that being done, man, I just had to, because I was young and wild then, So I just had to, for my son's sake, I had to go. I had to get up out of there.
And so, being a young man with pride, at this time you said you was doing music, but did you still have a foot in the streets as well?
Of course, yeah.
So did that pride get to you? Did you want to harm the dude she was dealing with?
I just ain't never been like that. I never fought another man for being a man. Never. Still spoke to him. Still, what's up, bro? I just knew how far to go with it. You know what I'm saying? I just look at it like I know it just solidified what level of relationship we had. Still to this day, man, what's up, bro? I don't never blame a man for what they did. Ever. You know what I'm saying? That was that.
Now, what was the hurtful part? Because y'all still had ties. Were y'all still dealing with each other,
Yeah.
or was it solely just a co-parenting?
Nah, we was dealing with each other.
So you felt like she betrayed you or cheated on you?
Yeah.
So that's what. Okay, that's the root.
Yeah, that's the root of it. And the way it happened, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, at that time I was in love with her. You know how that go. You know what I'm saying? In love with her, and that happened. At the time, I couldn't see the blessing in that. But if you know, as of right now, if I had a choice to go back and change it, I wouldn't change it for nothing at all. So that was the best move that happened to me.
Okay.
Because that put me in a position to be in Orlando, to be in that mode. You know, I know how I feel to just rock bottom. Like, you know, I don't care. Like, hey man, I'm here, heck of my CD, bro. We pulling up in the hood. Like, my mind on like, man, I ain't worried about none of that. Let's just put the focus on this.
Okay.
So
that gave me some clarity, because you know sometimes a person can still be attached to somebody they had previous dealings with, but they not with them no more. But they still feel like that's they right. lady or they guy. You know what I mean? But this case, you was still like actually tied in with her.
Yeah, we tied in.
If you don't mind me asking you, like, did you ever like step out on her before that happened?
I mean, we've had like, you know, me being, you know, us being men, we young. You know what I'm saying? So like I say, it was a learning experience too. You know, and I'ma just say like, yeah, I've cheated on her before. You know what I'm saying? Honestly. So it is what it is. It's just at that time is what it was. Like I say, we was young.
It just felt different. Yeah. It just seemed like
it just didn't make sense then. But now it make all the sense in the world. Cause like I say, that was the best pivot I made. I can't say that enough. You know what I'm saying? Cause without that, I don't know what would have been. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah.
Nah, for sure. Well, we ain't gonna dwell on that too much, man. But that's dope for you to be vulnerable,
right?
Open up about that, man. But I guess taking it from the top, so that's what led you to Orlando. It wasn't also the focus of the music or nothing like that. Just a new beginning.
New beginning, man. And John.
So I mean, I'm speaking to him, man. So that's somebody that was a close friend of yours who passed away in a car accident.
Yeah.
And I heard the song that you did in memory of him, kind of like highlighting everything that happened. You getting the call that he was in the accident. All the way up to going to the hospital, to the funeral, you know, being the pallbearer, all of that. Like, so talk about like how did y'all connect, and all the way up to, you know, things spiraling out, you know, and him passing away.
We was friends from back from home, you know, from Belgrade. You know what I'm saying? Like we hung every day, went to school, did everything. He left his 12th grade year, moved up here, finished off school in Orlando. So he was already up here, and I got acquainted with the streets and people around here. He kept telling me to come up here, but I didn't want to leave home. So he was like, man, if I get the studio up here, you'll come up here. I said, yeah, I'll come. He got the studio, I didn't come. But when that happened with my baby mama, I told him what was up, man. I said, man, I got to get him down here. And bruh came and got me the next day. And I've been up here ever since. So, and when we got up here, like I said, I brought all that energy up here and put it in the music. Like if you hear my first mixtape, you'll hear all this pain in that. The aggravation, you know what I'm saying? All the songs in that first mixtape, you're going to hear all that what I was going through. And that's what did it. And like I said, as we was climbing, making stuff happen, we in the streets, tearing the streets down, it just caught on like wildfire. Woof. Now we getting shows paid. It's like a movie. And then boom, that happened. You know what I'm saying? Him and my DJ was coming from a show him and Webby had. I was in the studio recording. He was sitting in the chair, like right here, and I'm in the booth. And he was very strategic on, you know, how I did my music. He the only one that was just sit and be like, nah, don't say that, say this. Like that meant a lot to me, because he really there with me. I changed it up. So as I'm rapping and recording, when I looked up, they had left. Like he didn't get the chance to say bye, I'm finna go, because I was in the booth. And that was it. I ain't seen him no more.
Damn.
Yeah, that's how that happened. So when he left, him and my DJ went to the club, and they had to do some business. Me and Webby had a show. They was down there doing promoting and handling some business. And on the way back, he fell asleep driving, and that's how that happened.
And he was the only person in the car?
Nah, him and my DJ was in the car, DJ Slim.
Oh, he survived though?
He survived. He was on the passenger side.
Wow.
Threw both of them out. For a while, you know, everybody was kind of heated with Slim because they thought he was driving and just thought he was afraid to say that John was driving. That, you know what I'm saying? We thought he was. Well, I'm not gonna say I thought he was driving. You feel me? But everybody, a lot of people was like, nah, you lying. John wasn't driving. But when the autopsy came back, John was driving.
Yeah.
So it was tough, bro. That's why you see me. You see this? It say John.
Yeah.
You zoom in on this. Definitely right here. Gonna always be with me. Say John. I got him right here. I actually had 2 of these. I just gave one to his son. I got him right here. And it's like 15 of us got this on our hands right here, tattooed. You know what I'm saying? I got him right here. You know what I'm saying? That's his real name. And I also got him over here. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, man, my boy, he was well respected. And, like I said, if it weren't for him, man, I probably wouldn't even be here, along with that, what happened. But he was well respected. He was like, John, this is what I be trying to tell people, like, we Haitian, you know what I'm saying? We knew he was the one with the brains, right? I tell people, like, if you running with a real crew, you got to identify who's good for what. We had each person that was what they did. He was the brains, well respected. If he came and said, let me borrow $5,000, man, I'm finna, no question asked. Like, he was the person you wouldn't say no to. That's how respectful he was amongst us. And we did everything together. We John had the don't. It was already dropped. I don't want to say no names, but other people had their cars. You know what I'm saying? We would help each other. Hey, man, put this on there, do that, boom, boom. See, what I try to tell people, bro, when you I'm in a real clique, not no dudes you just hang around. A real clique. I don't got 1 car, I got 6 cars.
Y'all can swap them up.
I can go get either one of them.
Yeah.
Anytime I want. We share everything, bro. If we go to the barbershop, 1 person pay for everybody. 1 person go to the club, pay for everybody at the club. I got how many? 8. We did everything together. Everything. When I first came up here, bro, no lie. I was homesick, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna go through that withdrawal. And I was just trying to, man, them boy, when they bought me, that's when I was smoking Black and Milds and I was just, you know what I'm saying? Man, I ain't never seen a case of Black and Milds in my life. I've seen a box. They went and got me a case of Black and Milds, right? Got me a case of whatever it was I was drinking. Okay, now you ain't got to leave the studio for nothing.
No excuse.
No excuses. Cause I was trying to, if I went back home on a Friday, I don't even go see my kids. If John had the key to my crib, if I ain't left Sunday coming back, when I wake up Monday, he'll be in the front room sleep. He done been a canine there to get me. Like, come on, man, cause he wasn't gonna let me just slip back into, cause he know what was going on back down at the crib. You know what I'm saying? Big Lane ain't no place to be playing with like anybody else, anywhere else. That ain't no place you just wanna come be around and just be playing around like that. That ain't that type of place. So, like I said, one for him, I probably wouldn't be here where I'm at. And that's real love, bro. That ain't no, that's why I say we did everything together, bro. Everything. We ate each other food, bro. Somebody get a plate of food, we eating out that bit like we did everything together, dog. That's why I tell people, man, if you real, you got a real crew, you need somebody who got this, that was born with this, that you can't just teach. Let him lead, man. He know more than you, he's smarter. And whatever you good at, he ain't. But if he good at that, you good at that, y'all got all bases covered. How many crews you know like that? Exactly. And people wonder why the Italians lasted so long. They had rules. You can't just do what you want to do without no consequence. You know what I'm saying? You can't just whack somebody without getting the say so from the boss. So that's that.
Man, you have one of your favorite memories of them?
Yeah, man. Couple. I'm gonna be real, bro. Like I say, I remember one time my baby mama, right? Her car about to be repoed, right? That's when I had first kind of got up to transitioning. You know what I'm saying? So I told him about it. I said, man, she back home. You got my kid, man. They about to, I'll never forget it. The next day he came. He said, come on, let's go. He took me to the pawn shop. And we finna pawn this Cuban chain. and give me the money. But when I called her and told her what I'm finna do, she said her daddy had done, you know, well, he was finna do that. How many people you know would have did that?
That's real
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So this ain't the type of person you gonna get 2-3 times out of your life. You only gonna get one person like this out your life. You know what I'm saying? And I know he was the type of person that I didn't have to question about nothing. If I had $100,000, dog, I can give it to him. I'm not worrying about how I'm gonna get it back. Cause I know whatever he finna do it not for him, he finna do it for us. But that's the power in being like a real clique. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't understand that. We had a real Haitian bond. That Zoe shit, man, that was a real bond.